Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Peter Gaine and today I'm not alone. I'm with this young man here. Can you kindly introduce yourself?
Alright, welcome guys to this YouTube channel. It is me, yours and the only Pius Motuma. And we are co-hosting this particular session with a friend of mine, a very good friend of mine, the host of this particular YouTube channel, which you will love, and to ensure that you get our future videos. You see that subscribe button on the side or below if you're using a phone, just smash it. The notification bell, just smash it, so that every time we publish educational videos like particular this one which you are just about to go through, you can get notified and you don't miss out. Thank you.
And so guys, if you remember during our last episode on etiquette, we majored our discussion mainly on ladies, how they should behave during their first date. And now, today, it's our turn on how what men should do during the first date. You have your girlfriend, you've gone for a date, a very first date, maybe a dinner date. How are you supposed to behave? And I think for today, it's all about men.
It's all about being a gentleman on that particular first date. If you are a man, you are out there struggling, you don't know how to take this particular ladies for a first date, ensure you watch this video all the way to the end. And for the ladies, msituchukie sana, don't bring so much hatred. We are doing this for you. We want to teach these men how to treat you. Yeah. We want to bang the nail on the head. We want to develop the dating culture of this particular nation and for everyone else in the world so far. So, then, without wasting so much time, let us dive deep into the main categories or the main chapters of this particular discussion. And you will give us the first point. What should you do?
So, guys, the first point when a guy is taking a lady to a date, first, at least ask her when she's available. Do not impose dates like I would like us to go on dinner date on Sunday. Will you be available? Just ask, will she be available? Maybe on Sundays she's not available, so maybe she'll be available on Monday. Do not insist that you have to go on Monday or you have to go on Tuesday. Just give the lady a room to at least choose the right day for her to go for a dinner date or maybe for a lunch, and that way she'll feel respected.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, full support of that point. It's not your day, man. The first date, it's not your day. Well, it's particularly your day. Some may argue like that, but it's particularly your day for you to make an impression. And that is why we're here today to show you how to make an impression. And you do not particularly ask them, like, don't, my colleague here said, don't say that let's date on Friday, let's go out on Friday, and if she's not ready for that Friday, then you are jamming, you are all over your head, and then you're getting disappointed. Probably she doesn't want to date with me during that particular Friday. It's probably because your schedule is not right. That goes on with her schedule. She has not been waiting for you for all her life. She has had plans for all her days, just like anyone else in the nation. So make a good point of asking her, when are you free? Can I take you out on this particular
When are you
date?
available?
When are you available for me to treat you? And when the day that she tells you, it is now up to you to impress, to get on her schedule. You're simply inserting yourself on her schedule, allowing her to create time for you, and then you will have an acceptance for that particular one date, which is the first step.
So guys, you should also agree on the same point. You should also agree on the time. If she'll be available at 10, at 2, at night, or at what time, so that she is able to maybe prepare herself and also to be able to make it to your expectation.
Exactly, exactly. It's all about the lady. It's not all about you. And the time factor, it's a very important time. Just that as you should not impose the date, then you should not also try to impose the time. Then I also think we as men, when taking these ladies out for a date, when creating this particular impression, I feel that we should also try to uh, discuss and come to a stable conclusion on the venue.
Yeah.
You might want to take the lady to some hotel and then probably she prefers a certain hotel. Then ask her, make sure you ask her about the venue. If you really want to impress, let her decide the venue.
Or
Let
at
her
least
decide
have
the hotel.
have
Yeah.
a background search
Yeah.
on the lady. Maybe
Yeah.
she doesn't take alcohol,
Yeah.
and she's not even comfortable going to
To
a
a
bar
club
or
or
a
a
club
bar
or
or something.
you should take her in a place where that she will be comfortable. She will be
Mm.
able to express herself without feeling maybe intimidated, and that way you know, guys. For the first date, it's all about getting to know each other.
Yeah.
So the moment you go to an environment whereby one of the parties is feeling maybe insecure, you will not learn much. Yeah. Or you will not attain your goal.
Because she's practically even uncomfortable from the
Yes.
beginning because of where she is. So that is why it is important for you to at least let her decide the venue. Let her decide the most conducive environment for her. You might try vibing her so much, but then you may just hit on dead rocks. Why? You are not the problem. Your vibes are just on point. Your actions are just on point. You are killing it. But the venue, it's dismantling you 100%.
On to the second point, guys. Kindly do not overdress. Not that you are going to meet this particular girl. You dress funny, like you know.
I am a gentleman, you know that. So I prefer to tell my people here that if you really want to make that impression to lock a wife, I'm not talking about locking a girlfriend. A girlfriend you can lock in the streets of Kanairo, you can lock in the streets of Nairobi. I'm talking about specifically locking that particular woman that you see everything that you have checks on what you would like to have as a wife. So I feel it is going to choose a dressing code on your point of probably an official dressing code. It speaks a lot.
At least
Yeah, a
casual
decent.
dress.
If it's casual, then have it quite casual,
Yeah, do not
but still decent.
decent. Just dress nicely. Smell good.
Take a shower that day. It's one of those important days in your life. It's one of those important days that you meet a girl and tell her on that particular day that, hey, this is how you are supposed to meet. So this is how I meet my wife. It's that day that begins another chapter.
Remember, the first impression matters so much.
First impression matters a lot,
people. So you really need to look good. You really need to look presentable and organized.
Yeah.
On to
the next point.
Keep to the schedule.
To keep to the schedule, and then you need to create that schedule. You need to ask the lady, like, being a gentleman, you have to pick this lady. In Nairobi or in other countries, we are probably, if you're watching us from where you're watching us, we are probably used to sending an Uber.
Send fare,
send fare,
at least
send that fare. Even if it has been consumed before, you send someone and they never showed up, which is a really tragedy out here. But then don't get disappointed. Send it again and again. By the time you send to 5 people, you are investing in a wife. By the time you send to 5 people,
but
that particular wife will show up.
on matters of sending fare and making sure your crush or your girl shows to the date. I think it is wise to make sure that you can even ask her at what time she'll make it to the venue, and even if you are the one who is choosing the venue, choose a venue which is convenient for the both of you, which is accessible, and make sure you keep to the schedule. Let the lady listen, and she will talk where necessary, and I think that way she will be able to understand you more. It is good for the man to take the center stage, at least talk yourself out, talk sense.
Make everything right from the beginning. Let her know that you are coming in this relationship because you see a future with her. Let her know that you want to make a wife out of her. It's always good that you create the basis very rock solid. It's always good that you tell her, you give her that expectations of what she's coming into, so that by the time she gets into this particular relationship with you, you do not have to move to grab it from chapters, from friends, then you are out of friend zone, and then you are to BFF, and then after the next 2 months, you are out of BFF, and then you are to a fiance, and then probably 2 years later, having wasted a lot of time, and you are sure this is the lady that you want to marry, that is when now she just elapses out of your life. That is why it's going to make the ground solid. Let her know that
Have your facts. Yeah. Have your facts and your
have your facts. Let her know that I'm interested in you. Yeah. I'm not dating you to be your friend. I'm not calling you
Because
here.
some guys, when you go to a date,
yeah,
you get a chance to take a girl for a dinner date, and you should maximize that time,
yeah,
so that she's able to know what you want in her life.
Exactly.
Not just going there
Exactly.
and having food, drinks, and then you drive her back home.
You just
will
be
not
another
express
friend.
yourself. You will not express your feelings. You will not
Yeah.
say anything.
You will just be another friend in her life.
You will just
Which
be
you
a
are
friend.
too many.
And you know you are him is to go that
You know
guy.
you are him, but you are slowing things down so much. I think it's good for a man to ask this particular lady, what kind of a man do you expect?
Yes.
So that you can
Start
know if
questions.
you tick the boxes of the man that she wants.
Or what is our expectations?
What is her expectations of this?
Maybe.
Yeah. So that you can know exactly what to expect of this particular relationship, whereby she says she wants a particular type of man, and you know you're not that particular type of man. Think within yourself, ask yourself, can I change to meet this lady that has impressed my eyes so much?
Another thing, guys, remember that particular day, it is meant for you to, so you just make sure that you've gone in a place, you've gone at a hotel which is a bit cool, not noisy, so that you will not be shouting and letting everyone know what you people are discussing. Just take her to a decent hotel whereby you are able to talk, at least to communicate, and that way you'll be able to learn more about the guy.
Quite a place quite enough whereby you can talk, not in a club. I don't think you should have your first date in a club whereby you are shouting like for the other person to hear. But this particular day, you need to treat it as special as it is, because it is really a very special day if you're willing to go in a really deep relationship.
On to the next point, guys. Our next point is that I think you should not limit the lady on what to eat. Let the lady decide what she's comfortable with.
Exactly. Let her make the choice.
You get someone to a date, and then you are there insisting that she should take chips and soda.
Yeah, let her make the choice.
That is why we are saying you should have some cash. At least have some money. Make sure you are comfortable and take her to a hotel which you can afford. If she is yours, she will be yours. Yes. Don't fake. Don't fake. Don't fake the
no need of faking. If you fake, you're going to fake for a very long time. And this will ensure that you struggle within that relationship for a very long time. And then you're going to disappoint her because she thought you are a very stable man, whereas you are not a very stable man. If you are not stable, show the lady that you are not stable. This is where I can afford. That is who you are. This is who I am. If you're loving me, then love me. If you're not loving me, then it's fine. There's probably someone outside there who is still willing to love me for who I am at this particular moment.
Take the lady to a place which is within your pocket reach.
Within your capabilities.
Within your capability. Make sure that she is able to be comfortable, and let her maybe order a meal which she can eat. Don't impose meals on someone, like let us take this and this, because you know your pocket is dry. Yeah, and then on the matter of discussion, another point that I feel should be very crucial to you men who are willing to make this first impression is the fact that I think it's good that we men during that particular date, as we are on the table, we try as much as possible to give the lady the time to talk, to give her the room to speak, ask the question, let her respond. And the particular question that you ask, I want you to avoid specific questions. You know, these questions of yes or no. Let the conversation flow. Yeah, ask questions that will have that she will expect an extended answer. Yeah, so not a yes or no answer. Not a yes or no answer. Yeah. And let the conversation flow. let her talk, let her answer questions where necessary, and I think that way you are able to learn more about her. And for guys, don't say everything about your life. Don't talk even about your exes.
Don't mention your past relationships,
it's
bro.
not necessary.
You are here triggering a new relationship, and you're still talking about your previous
It
relationship.
is not necessary for this first date.
Okay, she may ask you like, "Are you dating someone?" Just say no. If you are not, just say no. I'm not dating someone.
You know, there's some ladies that are very inquisitive. Like they will ask you, now that what happened in between you and your ex.
Yeah. I think you have a lot of time to discuss those issues.
So
the past relationships.
such a question can be thrown into you, and then you are unable to answer.
Now, the second last major and very major idea that we want to share with you men outside there is that during that first date, after you have taken the meals, bro, after the conversation, and you are now ready to move outside and go home, don't let the lady pay the bills.
Yes. Pay your bills.
Pay the
your
bill.
Pay
Show
your
you can take care of her. Show the man in you. Show the caregiving person in you, and pay that particular first date. Okay, the other dates to come, probably the lady might feel like you're spending so much and she's very honorable. They will probably request to pay a particular bill. But during this very first bill, no matter how much money this lady has, even more than you, just ensure you squeeze enough your budgets to pay this particular bill. What do you feel?
I think this is a very important point, because imagine it is the first date, and now as a man you are there, you are waiting for the lady to pay the bill.
How do you do that? How do you do that?
I think
That's
it is not even.
disappointing.
I think it does not happen like that. Our next point is that men do not have over expectations. Do not over expect things like, now that I've taken you for a date, you will sleep in my house.
Yeah. You should not do that, people. Let me tell you something. If you really want this relationship with this lady, if you wanted to take her on that particular whatever you call it, and then you sleep with her during that day, then don't use some of these tips.
Remember, this is a person you are following for some time. It's a person you want to spend the rest of your life with.
Exactly.
It's a person you want to know more about her. It's a person you want to be part and parcel of your life.
And probably the last point that I would throw here is the fact that you need, after that date, you need to take her home.
Yes.
You need to take her home. Show her that you are caring.
It doesn't matter at what time
It doesn't
you
matter.
will be through with your date, but make sure
You take her home.
home.
Make sure she's safe where she came from.
Yeah, she's safe. Make sure maybe if you don't have a car, maybe look for a Uber. Make sure she is home, and then you can go home.
You can then go home to your place. Take that last call before she sleeps. Ask her if she enjoyed the date. And then during that particular call, don't forget to schedule for the next date. Make sure you have another day whereby she's expecting to meet you. If she says yes, then it means you have hit the jackpot. She's now ready to continue seeing you. If she says she will tell you, or probably says no, then you know that during you have a lot of work to do. Probably you did not impress as you expected to impress. But if you follow these tips, you surely get that second place.
And guys, these are just some few tips we've given out. There are very many other things we should consider, and let us write them below. Let us know that what else we've left without discussing, and in that way, boychild will be safe. Yeah, that was our video for today. If this has been helpful to you, or if you like this show, just hit the subscribe button and then the notification bell, so that every single time, because we produce videos like 3 times, 4 times, or 5 times in a week, depending on the schedule, but you must have at least 3 videos in a week, you can be notified of every single video that is released by both I and my co-host